Here I am in the middle of nowhere, playing my GTA 5, literally in the middle of a field, man, where there's no electricity. All of this is thanks to Bluetti, who made this amazing battery, and I'm going to show it to you now. As you can see, this is the equipment that's all connected to this single battery you're seeing here. This is the EB55 from Bluetti, one of the most amazing batteries I've ever seen in my life, man. Look, the TV, the game console, the fan, we have a blender over there. Everything is going to be tested today in this video. You can see, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. There isn't a single power line anywhere, man. This is a pasture. You can see up there in the middle of the field, there are cows. See? Because there's really nothing else here. And even so, look, I can turn on all the equipment just fine using only the battery. This battery you're seeing here is the EB55. You can see there's a display here. It shows the voltage, shows how much it's drawing in total. Right now it's outputting 128 watts. I plugged the TV in over there and the game console into that whiter outlet you see there. And then in the back here, I plugged in an extension cord. And look, on the extension cord we have the game console and also the fan plugged in. Since they draw a bit of power, you can use the extension cord. And then here in the front, I also plugged in the other outlet because it comes with two. I'm going to turn off the fan here because it's insanely cold in here. You guys have no idea, man. I only turned it on to show you that it can handle it. But we're going to do something else here. We're going to make a smoothie. I'll show you that you can also plug in a lamp if you want. And I'll show you all its ports. This equipment here is perfect for anyone who wants to do what I'm doing right now. I brought my PS3 to the middle of nowhere. So you can go camping, you can go fishing, you can take your game console, you can take a TV without any problem and plug it in there. Maybe watch a movie. You can do it, man, using only that battery because it lasts a long time. All the technical details appear on the screen for anyone interested in the battery's power. It's an impressive, compact battery. Now, here's what I'll do. I'm going to turn off the video game here, so I can show the details of this battery's connections. It's really powerful, man. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Look, I turned it off here. I'm going to turn off the TV too, back here, because then I can unplug everything here and show you exactly what we're talking about. Later we'll try making a shake with it. This is the Bluetti EB55.
EB55.
A portable, powerful battery with lots of outputs. There are 11 in total. We're going to look at each one in detail to see what it's for. So you can understand what this equipment is used for. It has an output of up to 700 watts that allows you to plug in very powerful devices, like tools for example. Cutting tools, drills, whatever you want, man. The battery capacity is 537 watt hours. It operates at 22 volts and 24 amps. This battery is made of lithium iron phosphate, which is the safest battery currently, man. It doesn't explode. It's not like a cell phone battery, for example. If you puncture it, it catches fire. This one is the safest of all. Its lifespan is over 2,500 cycles. That's at 80% battery health. In other words, if you discharge it every day, it will last more than 7 years with you. With all this technology, they give a 2-year warranty, and inside, it already has all the controllers you need. For example, it has the MPPT controller. That's the one they use to control solar energy. If you use a solar energy system, it already works natively. You don't need any kind of adapter. It has a safety system called BMS, which protects against overcharging, excessive discharge, short circuits, anything. Anyway, it's foolproof. Anyone can use this thing. There are 8 outputs in total, and all of them can be used at the same time. It can handle it. If you connect, for example, a Starlink, which uses about 75 watts, it will last almost 6 hours straight. A fan, you can leave it on all night. It can run for up to 2 days straight, just using this battery. Man, that's really powerful. You can charge your phone and drone many times, man. You can charge your phone up to 50 times, and that's if it's a phone that uses a lot of power. The good thing about it is that it has several types of inputs. So you can charge it with solar power, you can charge it with a generator, you can plug it directly into the wall. And you can even combine everything, man. If you want to combine solar with the wall outlet or even charge it directly in the car from the battery, it will work too. Its input goes up to 430 watts. In other words, it charges 80% in 30 minutes. That way, you can use it as a UPS. If you have a system that uses up to 430 watts or a little less than that, it can stay plugged into the grid all the time and keep powering the whole system. And if the power goes out, whatever happens, it will keep working. Thanks to all this power it has. This is the cigarette lighter charging cable which is used inside the car. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll go to the car and we'll test it out to see how this charging works. So I'm going to test it to see if this thing really charges. We can see here, I'm going to come here to the car, to the cigarette lighter itself. You can't do this while the car is moving. If you're driving, you can start charging it so you don't risk draining your battery. It's even tough to plug in here because it's so sturdy. Look, it's charging the device. That's cool. It gives you real power independence. Because if I want to set this up in the motorhome, make a Uno home, I can charge it while I'm driving the car. I don't drain the battery. When I'm parked, I use this big thing here as my power source. Not just to charge my phone, it already does that, but to power regular outlets too. Really cool. But let's get to our tests. I'm going to test this here. Let's see what this thing is capable of. Let's start with the basics here in our tests. We have several USB outlets here. There are 4 regular USB ports. There's one here that's 100 watts USB-C. Look how practical that is.
Vou colocar aqui no celular e aí.
I plug it into the USB here. If I press this button, I turn on this section of outlets. Look at that. When I turn on the section of outlets, it automatically starts charging the phone. So you can charge 4 or 5 devices here, no problem, simultaneously. But if you don't have the cable, that's not a problem. You just need to get your device. If it has wireless charging on the back, you put it here on top. And automatically, when you place it here on top, the wireless charging starts. You can see it. Look at that, it's charging, man. No need for a cable. You can charge your phone at least about 50 times with a power bank this size, but the tests are going to get a lot more extreme by the end of the video, so stay tuned. I'm going to try to turn on this grinder. We're going to cut steel with this thing and see if it's possible to power a tool like this in the middle of nowhere where there's no electricity. But first we're going to try to make a smoothie. I have a blender here, because just imagine if you go camping and you want to use a blender. So this would be a good option. So you can have a kind of kitchen, even without an outlet. Anything under 700 watts will run with this. So I'm going to grab some milk, the Champion's milk here, and pour it into the blender. We're going to make a really healthy shake. To be able to test the power of this thing. Besides that, we're also going to need an apple. So I'm going to cut it into pieces here. Let's make a healthy fruit smoothie here. Actually, the apple is good. I'm out. Man, will it even run this blender? Apple is no joke. Alright, I'll put the lid on here to make as little mess as possible. And here we go. Just plug it in here. I'll put it here. I'll turn on the outlet module here, then press the buttons. You can set it to the strongest setting. Want to see?
Aí.
I'm turning on the blender out here. Look.
Ó.
Just on battery power. Look at this. Who thinks I should take a sip of this smoothie here? Super healthy. 7 o'clock in the morning. The smoothie of champions. Oh my gosh, you can't drink this. A lot of people like this type of battery because you can charge a drone with it. That wasn't part of the plan. No. It's also resistant to drops. This here is a drone. When the battery runs out, just take out my battery, grab my cable here. It can be a USB cable. Or if you don't have one, if you only have the wall charger, that's fine. You can plug it into the outlets here. But mine is simple. I just put it here. And now the drone's battery is charging. This way, you can recharge the drone many times and keep flying around, even when you're far from a power source. And so no one thinks I'm lying. I grabbed a light bulb here, a regular household bulb. I bought this socket here, which is an outlet. So you can use this here as a light too. It already has its own light on the back here, as you saw in detail. It's a very powerful bulb. But if you want to set up a system with several bulbs here, because these bulbs use very little power. This one here only uses 9 watts, so you can easily connect 10 or 15 of these bulbs one next to the other and light up a huge area just using this battery. So you can set up some great lighting out in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of a campsite. I'll put it here so you can see.
Olha.
The bulb is on. There are no wires coming from anywhere, it's just the battery. If someone told me this was possible 20 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it. But look at this.
Como que esse negócio é da hora, cara?
Cool. Especially for me, there's a feature I really liked, which is heating up my hot glue gun. So I just plug it in here, and now I can finally use my beloved hot glue gun anywhere. If I want to go out there, I want to glue a bit of fence. So I come here and glue because I have my battery. I want to glue a wire. I want to glue a cow. I can do it, man. I can even go up there and glue a broken tree using hot glue because of this thing. I'll never have to heat up the hot glue with a blowtorch again. And finally, the test everyone was waiting for. We're going to turn on the angle grinder here using our battery. Man, there's no power up here. I've already told you guys that. Will it work, man? I'm going to put our portable power station here. By the way, there's going to be a link for you guys. Don't forget to check out the link because this is really worth it, man. This thing is really cool. I'm going to plug it straight into the outlet here. And we're going to try to cut some metal here. Try to make some sparks on this metal. Remember, this is 700 watts. So I have a grinder here that goes up to 850 watts. That doesn't mean it's going to use 850 watts all the time while you're using it, but at its maximum, it will need 850 watts to work. So if you want to use this regularly with tools, it's best if the tools are 700 watts at most. Mine is a bit more, but we won't push it too hard, so it should be fine. We'll test it though. It wasn't built for this. I'm exaggerating, okay? It wasn't supposed to handle that much power. Stronger than this, but if it lasts, it'll definitely pass the test. The light is already on and we're starting the test. I'll turn it on now. Before that, follow us so you don't miss future episodes. Comment what you want me to do with this. Should I go camping or try something else? Do you want me to go somewhere even more remote than this? Let me know below. We can also try some other cool things. Ready? Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Dude. Man, I wasn't expecting all this, dude. Oh, it even kicked the fan on. Listen, look at this. It's because it pushed her to the limit, man. Dude, this thing is really powerful to handle a grinder like this. Look, I cut the thing off. I took it out using a battery in the middle of the field. Dude, this is awesome. I never thought something like this was possible. This is the future, guys. Congrats, Bluetti. Incredible. I really liked it, man. And I better get back to playing my game here, because I can't waste the rest of the energy that's in here. That's the way to play GTA 5. Let's go. Look at the portability of this thing, man. I can carry it with one hand. I can take it wherever I want. So I'm walking here in the middle of nowhere. Literally, man. There are mountains all around. There's no electricity here. You can see, there aren't even any poles, man. Just trees and crops. The people who work here, if they need to bring a power tool, a grinder, a drill to fix a fence or do anything, they can't do it because there's no electricity. But with this thing here, you can plug in whatever you want, man, wherever you want. You can bring it right here to the middle of the field and plug in a blender to make a smoothie in the afternoon. That's awesome, man. Really cool. This is a revolution. Actually, it would be a great idea to test the solar panels. Bluetti has the solar panels. Because you can charge this with solar energy, so it would turn into a sustainable power station. You use it up and you can easily recharge it using sunlight. Today it wouldn't work, right? But on a sunny day, you can recharge this. That's awesome. And what's even cooler is that they have some stations bigger than this one. And then I wouldn't be able to lift it like this because I'm not that strong. Even though I'm making a huge effort to carry this thing. It's really heavy. You have no idea. Still, you can carry it. I'm going to set it down for a bit. A large station like this could power my whole house. As you've seen in some videos, we're building a house, and that would be a great idea.
Deixar ela completamente autossuficiente.
This kind of equipment. So, some solar panels to recharge it, to use solar energy, and at night when there's no sun, the battery can handle it. Because this battery, it won't power the whole house all night. It won't because it'll run out, right? Some are 5 or 6 times bigger than this one, so they can handle more. Their larger batteries can even run air conditioning, and I think this one might too, depending on the AC size. I'm not sure how many watts an AC uses though. This helps solve big issues like power outages, which happen here where I live, a bit further down the road. Just one power grid for a lot of people. And sometimes when it goes out, we go days without power. We've gone several days here. And I didn't have one of these, man. It was tough. We were afraid everything would thaw out. Afraid of being without power. If I had one of these, I could have kept the fridge running and stayed online by plugging in the router. With Starlink, just plug it in and continue using it. This is revolutionary. Man, I'm really impressed with this thing, what it's capable of doing. I really like this a lot. Maybe Bluetti will send us the others for us to test. Maybe we'll set up the whole house's electrical system with this. I want to hear your opinions. I just want to do more tests with this, man. I got really excited about this thing. Just think about it. Playing a video game out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a field, coming out here to play GTA 5. It's really cool.